Yeah, relationships. So now we're on the fifth pillar of high achievement, and we're going to talk about relationships. And he's got his style of relationships. But what I want to do, Ali, is I want to go back in time, and you're 0 to 2 years in the business, or 2 to 5 years in the business, and you're saying to new people, and you're saying to people who have never reconnected with their community, got in the business, and whether they have been in it a while, didn't reconnect, or they're new in the business and they need to connect. What's the most powerful way for them to connect with the relationships of their tree? Not the dealer-driven part, but just the relationship, just the community. You're starting over. What do you do?
I mean, you got to attend a lot of these functions. I mean, you physically got to be there. And it's not just throwing up, an ad in the local newspaper, because people are just going to pass that up. You know yourself, if you see somebody in the paper that or that looks familiar, you're going to stop and read that. So if people are not familiar with you, they're just going to pass it up just like every other article. So it's presence, it's being present. It's physically, you got to go to these functions. And, and even 2 years in, I was going to these charity events. I wasn't getting business from them. My intention wasn't to go there and then get 10 customers to come in. It was just to be there. It was to support. It was to do what everybody else is doing there. In time over time again, people are going to start recognizing you. They're going to start being familiar with what you do. You don't have to solicit business, but you have to show up personally. You have to be there. So that includes community centers. That includes, charity events. That includes football games and schools, anything at the schools. And that means going to local restaurants. That means going in those places and doing business with your community. That means if you want to buy, a TV, go to a place that's in your community. Doesn't mean drive, an hour away because it's $5 cheaper. You got to be active in your community, and you got to give back. So if you don't give back and people don't see you and touch you and hug you and know who you are, they're just going to look right over you.
Yeah, let's talk about the newspaper. So you see somebody in the newspaper or heck, you just have an acquaintance with, and they just got written up in the newspaper that their business is being honored on the business. Call them. Oh my God, I saw that article about you in the newspaper. Dude, that's incredible. I can't wait to tell my customers about you. That's beautiful. Well, congratulations. I'll talk to you later.
Yeah, I did.
And I've even had people say, who is this?
Yeah. I did that with the bike shop. Remember we talked about the bike shop?
Oh, the bike shop.
That's, in my community. And, a friend of mine, dad opened it up. I mean, it's been there since 73 or 74. It's been there, for 40 years. So, I could have went to Target and got a cheaper bike, but why would I do that when this guy's small business is right there in my community? So I went there and, I even posted about it, afterwards, and he had called me afterwards and said, thank you so much. They got a lot of good publicity and positive feedback from that post, because some people didn't even know he's there. So that's the type of thing that I'm talking about, so I'm doing business with local communities. So now I'm promoting his business. At the same time, I'm still in that whole post. People are still seeing me. Ollie's in this post, the bike shop's in this post, and then everybody else in the community. So it's just engagement. I didn't put on the post, hey, this bike shop is awesome. I'm Ollie, I sell cars, come see me. All I did is said, this is the best bike shop in the land. They've been here for 40 years. Please support them. If you need anything, tell them that I sent you. Ask for Mo, who's the owner, and tell them that Ollie sent you. And that was it. And the thing goes viral. And now I'm engaging with other people. And matter of fact, there was a few people on there that said, hey, Ollie, I'm coming to see you. I need a new car. Didn't solicit it, didn't ask for it. But if you go back and read that post, they're on there. But again, it's just engagement. It's me getting out there. Now, I could have went in there. I could have bought the bike, and I could have left and did nothing. That's the extra step. That's what I'm talking about, engagement. That's what we're saying. Don't just go in blindly. Don't go in as invisible. Be present. And you're going to get that back. And it's not going to happen overnight. I've been doing this for 10 years, 12, 15 years. I've been doing this for a long time. So don't get discouraged. You're not going to get immediate responses sometimes. You're not, we always want, as a salesperson, we want it now. And
hey,
you got to have
old guy. You've been doing this for 19 years.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. You're right. You're right. You're right. 19 years. Okay, you're right.